So, Germany is actually one of the places that I have been wanting to visit. Actually want to go to Hamburg, but now I don't know how I feel about that because apparently they're extremely racist over there. Like I knew there was racism, just like anywhere you go somewhere, black people gonna be hating on dang near anywhere, okay? But I didn't know that Germany was getting like that, okay? I got an article. Let's get into it. It says Germany leads rising anti-black racism in the EU. Racism against black people have reached new heights in the European Union, with reports of racial harassment and discrimination highest in Austria and Germany. The European Union Agency for Fundamental Rights, FRA, surveyed first and second generation black immigrants in 13 countries across the bloc. It found that around a third of the respondents have felt racially discriminated against in the past 12 months, a rise of 10 percentage points from the previous survey 6 years ago. But in Austria and Germany, closer to two-thirds, 64% of respondents reported experiencing racial discrimination. The previous share in Germany has been 33%, meaning twice as many black people experience racism in Germany in the past 12 months compared to the previous survey. Quote unquote, it is shocking to see no improvement since our last survey, FRA directors said. Instead, people of African descent face ever more discrimination just because of the color of their skin. Now, it says the survey also asked respondents whether they have felt racially discriminated against in the past 5 years. A share of 45% said they had for the 13 countries surveyed, an increase of 6 percentage points from the previous study. But again, Germany led the way with a whopping 76% of respondents saying they had experienced racial discrimination in the past 5 years. The highest rates of racial harassment were also seen in Germany, with 54% of respondents saying they had been racially harassed in the past 5 years. Behind Germany, Austria and Finland had the highest levels of racial discrimination and harassment. The lowest levels were seen in Portugal and Sweden, with respondents in Poland also reporting low levels of racism. Very interesting. The FRA report found that 30% of respondents across the EU had experienced racial harassment in the past year, but few had reported it. It also found that young women, people with higher education, and people wearing religious clothing were the most likely victims. A third of respondents said that they had felt racially discriminated against when looking for work, while 31% said that they had felt the same when trying to find a place to live. The report also found that black people in the EU were much more likely to fall into poverty, with 33% saying they struggled to make ends meet and 14% unable to keep their homes warm. For the general population, the share is 18% and 7% respectively. The FRA called on EU member states to carry out steps to reduce racial harassment and discrimination, including the proper enforcement of anti-discrimination legislation and identification and penalization of hate crime and eradication of institutional discrimination, such as in policing. So that was a lot to swallow. Very interesting. They said that, pretty much the number has doubled. There's been more hate against people of African descent that has been going on within their country. Now you have your outliers that, you have other countries that don't. I am also curious in terms of like population, how much is, each, because, some people may say, oh, well, I'm not this race because I have, so it's also interesting to know how all that works. They were saying young women, people with higher education, and people who wear, from religious reasons, wear the whole garb and everything. And then they were saying that they were also a part of being discriminated against. But let me know what you all think about this. I would also like to know, I don't think anyone from Germany watches my stuff. Barely anybody in America, but if anyone that has gone to Germany or whatever the case may be that falls under any of those categories that I mentioned, if you have had any experiences with racism, discrimination, I would actually be very interested in knowing your experience. But until then. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you enjoyed the video. I would appreciate if you could leave a comment down below, and also do not forget to like and subscribe. I would also appreciate if you could support me at latricelimited.com. This is my own personal small business where I sell bath and body wellness items, such as I have bath bombs, I have soaps, candles, essential oil blends, sleep eye masks, and a whole bunch more. I'm actually going to show you 2 featured products. So this one is my candle. Okay, this is my vanilla wood wick candle. As you can see, there's wood in there, and it gives a nice crackling sound. It's like a bonfire, campfire, but in your house, yo. Smells so freaking good. This, my sweet roses, are my top scents for me personally. I also have soap. So this one right here is this nice cool water soap that I have. It's more of a masculine, sexy scent. So I would greatly appreciate if you could go and support me. And now I hope you have a good day.